Welcome back to This Week on the Champ Outdoors. So, this week we're going back to Mark Twain Lake, going out in the evening, seeing if we can find some bass. Can't do that, we're going to probably do some little crappie fishing and just kind of see how things go. It's been fairly warm all week, pretty mild weather-wise, sunny most days, no real rain. It's been hot, but overall not too bad conditions. The lake's pretty clear still. They're still pulling it down. It's still probably about 6 foot over normal pool or so. So they've been pulling water all week. They're scheduled to generate all day. We're going to be hitting up some points and seeing what we can find. So I'm starting off throwing a spook on this point here. Just see if we can't have a little fun with the top water. I mean, conditions aren't quite right. It's a little windy. I may have to switch it up to something that makes a little bit more noise. Maybe a whopper plopper, pop-ar, something like that. If I'm going to be able to get any kind of top water bite. I just need something that makes a little bit more noise. With this wind, I'm probably going to switch it up to a crankbait. There we go, there's a fish. Yep. Stay down. Oh, wow. Lost it. There we go. There's a fish. Oh! I was really worried he was going to throw it. I was really worried he was going to throw it. Dang it. So that's one of the problems I have with crankbaits is they tend to throw it a little bit. So that tells me we're doing something right here. So the big reason why I switched to a crankbait here over the spook was we had a lot of wind, which generally makes the fish want a moving bait. And with traffic and all that, I just didn't have confidence in a top water that doesn't make all kinds of splash and commotion. But I'm banking on the fact that the bass are either eating or chasing shad. That was that ledge, that point. I'm hoping there's fish stacked up on. Like I said, I lost that one. Hoping I might be able to get another one or two off this point. But that was my thought process behind picking up the deep diving crankbait. So, and it's something I need to throw more. I'm not something I ever throw much, or crankbaits, and I need to get better with them. So I'm trying to make myself use them more. Don't get me wrong. If we don't get something to bite here in a little bit, we'll probably... Nope. Just pulling over the rocks, and man, it felt good. Okay, there we go. Little one. Ah, not bad. Okay, quit it. Little bitty one. Alright. So what I did there was I saw a group. I'm watching them on Livescope. I saw a group down there. Or I saw a school. And basically what I'm doing is I'm dropping the jig down over top of them. When I go down through a group, I basically pop the jig up and then just kind of flutter it down in front.
Missed one. Missed one while I was checking the camera. Ooh, there we go. A little bitty crappie. I knew there was one down there. Okay, you go. So yeah, watch him come up and eat it. See, nothing in his gullet, but watch him come up and eat it. There we go. A little bit. So another day and a Livescope crappie. There we go. Like I said, you can just kind of see him come up and hit it from here. Yep. Come on. Hey. Go. Oh. There we go. Oh. So I'm seeing a lot of fish and life or fish activity. So I'm seeing a lot of fish activity on this point after watching this crappie live scope. I'm seeing the fish kind of start to get more active in the water column, and starting to see some chase bait fish. So we're picking up the top water again, see if we can't get on some bass. Every time I hear a fish blow up, I'm just ready for it to be on my lure. It's got me jumpy because I know I'm around them. And when I get one that blows up, I know it'll probably be a good one. Especially because they're blowing up all around the boat. Which also means I basically have to work it almost all the way back to the boat too.
Alright, so we're back for the back porch breakdown. So, we went out, had a little bit of luck with some crankbaits on points. Couldn't really get the bass to bite. It was pretty rough that night. Yeah, pretty tough. So ended up going crappie fishing. Was able to find them again in about between 8 to probably 15 foot of water, hanging on structure and cover. I was using Livescope, dipping the jig down, and how I was treating the bites was I'd watch the jig go down into the cover. I'd see the fish on the cover on the Livescope, and then I would jerk the jig up through the cover, and the crappie would come up, follow the jig, and I would basically let it just dangle there and hold it still, and the fish would hit the jig, and that was the basic technique. It was a shad color plastic on the jig with where I painted the tail with chartreuse, and like I said, it just seemed to work. Couldn't get any real size, but was catching numbers. So yeah, that's kind of what we did. As always, please like, comment, subscribe. I know I asked you at the beginning of this video, and I'm going to ask you again here at the end. Also, reminder, we're on our push to get to 100 subscribers by the end of September, and we've got that big push goal of 1,000 by the end of the year. But if we get to 100 subscribers by the end of September, we're going to do a giveaway with some merch with the new logo that I started including last week. Like I said, it's first iteration. You all will be the first ones to have this. So again, get to 100 subscribers. I'm giving away 10 to 10 people some merch, and it'll be original kind of one-off prototypes. So hopefully we can grow this into something big, and you'll have something cool for the future. But as always, I'll catch you next week on the Champ Outdoors.